Brad Williams, Excel Prime, the SUMIFS tutorials. There's about 8 or 9. We're going to cover these as quick as possible. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. If I didn't just say that, I'm going to say it again. SUMIF, sums numbers that meet a criteria. SUMIFS, some numbers that meet multiple criteria. Don't get them mixed up. You can use SUMIFS for a single criteria, but don't try to use SUMIF for multiple criteria unless you're adding them together. Over here, we're going to see this repeatedly. I'm going to go over it once. The narrative will be read once. As I said, there's probably 8 or 9 different SUMIFs in this SUMIF tutorial, not in our single, but collectively. SUMIFS is a function that totals cells satisfying multiple criteria. SUMIFS can be used to sum values when corresponding cell satisfies date, numbers, and text. For partial matching, SUMIFS supports math operators greater than, less than, and greater than. That means not equal, and then equal. Along with wildcards, SUMIF function totals cells in a specified list based on specific criteria. Contrary to the SUMIF function, SUMIFs can apply multiple sets of criteria in multiple lists. The first list is the summable list. The criteria are presented in data pairs, with the first pair being required. Provide an additional data pair to apply additional criteria. You can do this, well, you can add 127 data pairs. Here is SUMIF. First example will be a SUMIF. Then we're going to use, in the second example, SUMIF. No name ranges and no F9. Here, all we're doing is saying SUMIF, C5. Here we have our location. Well, count. Well, that's simply our criteria. SUMIF, if we can find count, then D5 to D16. Now the question is, what if there's multiple counts? SUMIF is just counting all of the CTs in this list. Count SUMIF. Going to sum them all. Not case sensitive, as you can see. SUMIFs. Well, here we're saying SUMIF, Adam, and Michigan. So we have a salesperson by location. Looking in here, we have SUMIF D5, D16. You remember, we need an output. Our output will be our retail sales. You have to input that data. That's our sum range. Then we can start adding data pairs. We're going to have 2. Data pair number 1 is going to be criteria range 1. Well, we just say range 1. Then, which is going to be the salesperson. Then the criteria, hard-coded. I wouldn't recommend this. You know me, I'm going to say use the quasi filter. So you would just put the name up in a different cell and just reference it. But here, because Adam is already in place, that would be our criteria. Data pair 2, range C5, and our criteria, which would be the location. And then Michigan. Look up Adam. We have Adam. And we'll keep it as simple as possible. Adam in Michigan as of 96. Now, if we had Adam, Michigan in a couple different places, we just sum that up. Review it if you need it. The anatomy. Same with the narrative. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.